Welcome to the collective for September 10th. I wanted to say hi to all of my new subscribers and any new viewers. And I wanted to go ahead and say that I really appreciate your support in liking, subscribing, leaving some comments, and all of that good thing, all of those good things. You know, it really helps me know what kind of content to put out and what you guys like and all of that good stuff. And I'm just really excited about being able to share my gift with you guys in this format. Before I begin, I do want to say stay tuned to the end of this video because there is going to be an exciting message about a promotion I'm running for my private readings that I think that you guys will probably be interested in. All right, so as you guys know, the new moon is in Virgo. If you don't know it, now you do. The new moon is in Virgo here on September 9th, and I decided that while I went outside right after the sunset, I saw these beautiful flowers, and I decided to pick some and put them in the scenery today, and I picked out some Virgo colors. I just thought that it might be kind of fun to kind of get into that earth energy. So we're going to be looking at earth magic, we're going to be looking at crystals, and then this is just a general, it's just a really nice oracle deck, both positive and negative, to help hone in on some of the energies that are going on this week. And we're going to go ahead and do the same thing we did last week, which is 3 for 3. I'll go ahead and start with these earth cards. It's got the tree of life on them. I think that that's really pretty. Okay, and I've already shuffled them, but I am going to cut the deck. Actually, I'm going to cut the deck a couple of times here. Alrighty. And we've got Volcano, Autumn Equinox, and Wind. Oh my goodness, this is great. Okay, so with the autumn equinox, you know how people with spring cleaning, they'll want to get rid of some stuff and open up for, the idea is to open up for the new stuff because the sun's coming back, it's more apparent in the spring, right? The autumn equinox is kind of like the same kind of energy, just going a little bit more the opposite way. This is kind of like getting rid of anything that you're done with for the year. And the autumn equinox is going to be coming up later on in September. And I don't know the exact date this year, but usually it's on the 22nd or the 23rd. So I think that it's interesting that we got this card. Of course, maybe fall hasn't hit your area yet, but it's going to start looking like this soon. So I really like this card for this week. Release, basically just get rid of things that don't serve you. Activation's a really good card also, and it's really appropriate to the energy of the moment right now. With the new moon, you've got the time of the moon cycle where you can set all of your intentions for the next month. And as the moon gets bigger and bigger, all of those intentions that you set will grow, right? And the wind activates that. So right now it's like maybe you might want to write on a piece of paper all of the things that you would like to manifest in your life right now, and always write it in present tense. Say something like, I have all the money I need, or I'm able to pay my bills and have spending money afterwards, or something like that. If it's money, I mean, you could say I have met the man of my dreams, or just whatever you want to manifest for yourself, the wind will activate that. And also new moon energy is a really great time to kind of set your focus on things. You don't have to write it down. I'm just saying, with this card coming up, it's like, maybe because it's wind, maybe it would be enough to just say them, look in the mirror and say, I am healthy, I'm happy, I enjoy an abundant life, that kind of thing. But yeah, things are going to be activated and you'll find that there's going to be so much abundance. And I'm not even just talking about the time of the year with the harvest and all of that stuff. I'm also talking about just, the energy is ripe, you guys. Just take advantage of it right now, this week. Start thinking and planning on what you want to bring into your life. And then we've got the volatility card, which is volcano. And I just wanted to say about that, sometimes anger and destructive tendencies are really, really positive forces in the world, okay? Because when you find a situation in the world that you just can't accept anymore, maybe it violates somebody's human rights, maybe it violates your moral code, you can use volatility, you can use destruction, you can use anger as a catalyst for change, right? But when you're not aiming that at something to better it, and when you're not aiming that at a cause, basically, to change the vibration of the world, and maybe you're just angry at somebody, or you're angry at yourself, or you're feeling particularly like irritable, maybe somebody interrupted you reading. I use that example because that's what gets me kind of volatile. I know it's kind of silly, but I just don't interrupt me when I'm reading, right? Basically, the volatility card just reminds us to kind of try to keep our temper in check, ground yourself, meditate, make sure you're getting enough sleep, enough water, and that kind of good stuff. Make sure you're taking care of yourself so that you're feeling balanced. And that's basically, all that, we're talking about this week from this deck's perspective. Get rid of the things that aren't serving you. Go ahead and practice some self-affirmations and keep anything... any of that anger in check, unless it's a catalyst for change, and then, boy, just let it explode, right? Okay, so we'll end with the crystals. Like I said, these decks are already shuffled, but I am going to cut the decks a little bit here. So, there we go. Cut the deck one more time. And we are looking at forgiveness this week, acceptance, and relationships. So this is good. All right. I'm attracted to those people who serve my higher good. Look at your relationships. Are there people there are there people that are close to your heart, and in your inner circle that aren't serving your higher good? Are there people in your life that aren't really what's best for you? If so, go ahead and release those relationships, because seriously, it doesn't matter how many relationships you have as long as your relationships are quality. Because those 2 or 3 really, really great people in your life are going to be worth so much more than 10 negative people in your life, right? Acceptance. There are some things that... because the world works in cycles, there are some things that come to an end, okay? And you can come to ends that are metaphorical, like I've accepted a new job, and so that's the end of my old job and the beginning of this new position. Or it could be something that's really, really final, like death, or something that's brings a lot of grief, like the ending of a relationship. And I just want to say that whenever something ends, it's not that life stops for you when you experience endings to things in your life. It's that something new is starting. And know that as long as you can accept that this ending came for some kind of reason, even if you don't understand that reason, then you can allow for that new beginning to come into your life. So this is really about a lot of cycles in one's life right now. So and of course, there's the self-affirmation, let me accept the things that I cannot change, and all of that. That's what's written on this card. So know that just because something ended doesn't mean it's your fault, okay? Just because something ended doesn't mean that you did something wrong. No, it does not mean that you did something wrong. It just means that that thing, for whatever reason, at that point, it needed to pass away from you. It needed to go away from you so that you could experience life in a new way. And forgiveness. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. I really get the impression from this card, and I'll go ahead and give both meanings, but I think for most of you, this card means self-forgiveness. I think that there's a lot of you that are holding yourselves back because you don't think that, well, you're afraid of making a mistake. It's like you've got to forgive your humanness. You've got to forgive the fact that you will make mistakes. That's okay. Everybody goes through that. All right. So forgive yourself for any mistakes that you think you might have made. And forgiveness also is about recognizing the humanity in others too, and forgiving others for their mistakes. And the best way I can describe that is just to be aware that we are perfect beings, and that's why we expect for things to be ideal and perfect, and like, why can't I take this image in my head and make a perfect drawing of it, for example? Well, it's because everything that exists in your mind is coming from your spirit, which is perfect. It's like it has to fall from heaven to get to earth, right? It has to fall from that ideal to get to earth, and that's what we are. We're humans. We are of the earth right now. And because we're a spirit in an earthly body, we do make mistakes. So recognizing the humanity in others really helps, at least for me personally. Maybe that doesn't help for everybody, but for me personally, I know that that's been something that I've learned on my journey, and I just hope to impart that wisdom to you, because I can't tell you how much that has helped me to forgive others and myself, because really, you don't have so much pressure on yourself when you realize, hey, you know what? I'm human. It's okay. you know? Okay, so the third deck is going to be these crystal cards. If you want to know who did them, this is a Doreen Virtue deck. She's very popular. We've got Jade, Kyanite, and Aquamarine. And you know what? I'm actually pretty excited that we got the crystals that I can pronounce, because I just realized that there are some that I don't know how to pronounce, and so I'm glad for that. Okay, so let's start with Jade. It came up first. Jade is wellness. So the recovery of health and wellness is here. So if you've been dealing with some minor illnesses, they should pass away or get better, or you should learn how to maintain them at around this time, sometime this week. So just know wellness is good. Now, I don't do medical advice, so I can't really speak to specific illnesses or give any diagnosis or tell you exactly how to bring this about. But just know that the information on how to cultivate wellness in your life is going to be provided to you this week. So just be on the lookout for any kind of tips out there. Kyanite, the second one that came up. Make time for self-care. Taking care of yourself is essential right now, and I think that was also being talked about with the forgiveness card. We've got the wellness card. You know, it really is important to take care of yourself. You can't give what you don't have, so make sure that you're giving yourself your own self-love and all of that, and taking care of yourself will help you take care of others so much better. And then we've got Aquamarine, and that stands for divine life purpose. Trust the signs and your inner guidance, which are leading you to fulfillment. Now, this is a card that calls for the acknowledgement of coincidences, the acknowledgements of those synchronicities that seem like, whoa, that's a little bit too good to be true, right? And I just think that it's really important to make sure that you're recognizing that. You know, give a little nod to it. You don't have to believe that it means something huge. Just notice them. That's it. That's all this is asking. Notice those coincidences notice those thoughts that come to you maybe right after you wake up or as you're drifting off to sleep that kind of come from, you know, that semi-conscious mind where you might get some ideas. Some people experience that a lot. Some other people are like, whatever, I'm tired. You know, so please don't think that this is going to work for everybody, but that's something that can help. Of course, meditation, anything like that, meditation, prayer, being still, anything like that's going to help too. Journaling, you know, that kind of stuff. So, you know, your divine life purpose and making time for self-care and wellness, I think this is really speaking to taking care of yourself, not just on the physical, but also, you know, also on the spiritual, on the mental, on the emotional, and all of that stuff, because we are multifaceted people, right? So, when you're looking at the rest of the week, just know that it's gonna be a really great time to manifest some really great things for you. And it looks like this is a really exciting new energy type of situation. Always make sure you're taking care of yourself too. Just keep in check the volatility, the anger, any kind of irritation, okay? Hi, thanks for staying till the end of my video. I have a special promotion going right now, and it's going to go through the end of 2018, so you guys can take advantage of this anytime from now until December 31st, 2018. And what it is you can get $10 off any reading as long as it's either a video reading or a chat reading. And in order to take advantage of this, all you have to do is send me an email at momentsare.yt@gmail.com and let me know that you'd like $10 off a reading. Now, you can look at the services that I provide on my website, and I'll go ahead and put that on screen so you'll know where to find that too. Again, I really appreciate all of you, and if you enjoy my videos, go ahead and like, subscribe, you know, leave me a comment letting me know what you like about it. It really means a lot to me. Thank you.